Production.
What's the name of Uncle Poochie's podcast? 6 Feet Under. 6 Feet Under podcast.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever this message reaches you, listening to another episode of 6 Feet Under podcast. I am your 5'9" host with sophisticated ignorance, Uncle Poochie. What's good, everybody? What's going on? What's happening? What's popping? What's smacking? What's bracking? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Honestly, truthfully, doesn't matter. I'm so happy to be back here. I'm so happy to be back with you all. I'm so happy to be near you. I'm so happy to be with you all. And I'll sound a little off, and that's just life, man. Life has been lifing. Shout outs to my boy Meezy. It's been hard, bro. It's been really hard, like, even getting back here to come pod with y'all and talk to y'all, update y'all on stuff. And, 2023 marks 4 years that we've been doing this show. In December, we'll be doing it for 4 years. We just celebrated 3 in December. But, we're back. We're here. And before I start the show, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to you listening to this. Thank you to you playing this. Thank you to whatever. Just thank you. Thank you. And, like, subscribe, share, rate, whatever. I'm going to get better at that this year. I swear to God I am. But yeah, let's get it. Let's go. So what's up, family? You know what it is. Welcome back. Nah, man, for real, though. Thank you for coming back. Welcome to the 6 Feet Under podcast. If this is your first time listening to the 6 Feet Under podcast, I'm your 5'9" host. I said that once. I'll say it again. I'll say it as many times as I want, because success is a cousin to repetition, my friends. And this is my show. So I can do what the fuck I want. But no, seriously, man, you listening to this ain't a podcast. You ain't listening to podcasts. No. You're at a dinner table. We're sitting at a dinner table right now. You, my family member, we breaking bread, we talking, we chillaxing, we relaxing, and we just, breaking bread. And what do you do after you get through talking? After you get through having a good meal, you have a conversation, and that's what you're doing here. I'm your Uncle P, and you sit down and you come to me. And you come to me for some advice. And I know you're probably like, what type of advice am I coming to this guy about? Well, let me tell you something. You don't come to me because you want the best advice. No. You come to me because you want the realest advice. Thank you, the aunt, for reiterating that. Y'all hear that? That's the auntie. You'll hear a lot from her next episode. But yeah, man, welcome back, man. How you guys doing? How's your 2023 going? We're 9 days into this, and I'm going to be honest with you. This is rough with 2 Fs. R-U-F-F. Rough for your boy. But, hey, man, that's life. I'm starting to learn that life doesn't get easier, bro. Honestly, life does not get easier. And I've told you guys this before, because life is a horror story. You think I'm playing? Go back. Your uncle don't play with you. 2 years ago, episode, dropped it. Life, the horror story. I dropped it. It was crazy, dog. It was wild. It was nuts. It was one of those episodes that blew up. I'm just kidding. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't wild. It was nuts. It was just me coming to the realization that life is really a horror story. It's a horror movie. And, we want life to be a rom-com. We want it to be a comedy. We want it to be a success story. We want it to be whatever we want. But truth be told, it's a horror movie. Every single day, we try to escape death. That's all we do. Think about a horror movie. Same thing. There's a whole bunch of people just trying to escape getting murked. And that's what we do every single day. We try to survive. And in that episode, I tried to explain to you all that I was done just trying to survive. I wanted to live. I won't escape death one day. One day, death will come knocking on my door, and then guess what? That's it. It's over with. Kaboots, kapaddle. We're done. And until that day comes, and when it does come, I will accept it with open arms. But until that day comes, I'm going to try to live this life and enjoy it. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, man. I haven't been podding. I haven't been creating. I haven't been doing any of the things that, brought me into you guys' spaces, into your homes, because I needed to sit back. I needed to reset. I needed to refocus. If you've been listening to me for a very long time, you've heard me say those words multiple times. Resetting and refocusing is very crucial in being able to, in my personal opinion, accomplish your goals. I'm a sports guy. A lot of you guys know this. A lot of you guys may not know this, but I played sports for 16 years at one point in my life. I played sports longer than I really did anything else. Sports was the only thing I've ever done that much. But in my time of playing sports, you know that you have to be dedicated to things. You have to be dedicated. If you want to be great, you have to be dedicated. As I stare at a poster of Kobe Bryant and his 10 rules right now, I know this is the facts. You have to be dedicated. But one of the things that you also have to do is understand that just like in sports, right, you have to switch it up. Case in point, favorite basketball player. Y'all can debate me on this all you want, but I think he's the greatest basketball player in the world. Also think he's the greatest athlete in the world, Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Bean. But my fandom of Kobe Bryant isn't just because he was a great athlete. My fandom of Kobe Bryant is because he understood the pivot. And so if you guys would just sit back and relax, I would like to talk to you guys about my understanding of the pivot and how I learned to readjust and how I learned to really appreciate the progression of a baby step.
He is the 5'9" host of the 6 Feet podcast. My God, he's got fan pals. I'll just bring him up. Give it up for Uncle Poochie!
So as of today, I am 30 years old. I'll be 31 in June. But as I brought back to you, as I just said to you guys a couple of seconds ago, I play sports. And I played it for 16 years. So if you do the math on that, I played for 16 years and I am 30. That means I did that for damn near more than half of my life. And I quit playing football back when I was 20 years old. So, yeah, do that math. That was more than half my life at that point, right? Obviously it was. Well, here's my thing. I never had an issue with the dedication that I put into sports. But the only thing I have an issue with now is the dedication and the position of how I approached it. I told you guys earlier I love Kobe Bryant as an athlete because he understood the pivot, and that's literally what I did not understand. Can I take you guys on a little trip? Can we go back in time? Can we go back, way back in the time? Nah, for real, man. The year is 2005, right? And I'm a Lakers fan, and the Lakers fucking blow, bro. We sucked, if I have my year correct. We were garbage. And the year doesn't matter as I start to realize I'm one of them old head motherfuckers who be like, was it 84 or was it 85? No, it was 92. Actually, you know what? It was 83. Like, no, it doesn't fucking matter. But it was in the year 2005 or post-Shaq. Post-Shaq, for anybody who doesn't understand, means when Shaq left the Lakers. That the Lakers finally gave Kobe Bryant what he wanted. He said, Kobe, you want this to be your team? He said, yeah, I want this to be my team. He said, Kobe, you want this to be the roster? He said, yeah, I want this to be the roster. We sucked. He spent most of his time putting the team on his back and trying to get positive impact out of players who did not receive his energy correctly. Now, that wasn't luckily the end of the story for Kobe Bryant. As we all know, he went on to win 2 more championships after that. And I always wondered what the fuck it was at that time when I was a younger kid. What got him better? Was it the better players around him? Was it the better coach back with him? What was it? And now sitting here at 30, going on 31, I can tell you what it was. And just sit back. I'm about to blow your mind. He got over himself. Yeah, he got over himself. He pivoted and realized that, yeah, I'm Kobe Bryant. Yeah, I can drop 81. Yeah, I can do this. But guess what? I got to get over myself. So I find it funny whenever, rest in peace, Bean, whenever we brag about his Mamba mentality or his ability to drop 81, that was terrible times, bro. As a Laker fan, that was terrible times. Now, let me stop, because I know you're probably like, what the fuck does this have to do with you? Why are you bringing this up? Well, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. As a kid, I had an idolizing problem. I idolized men. I idolized Kobe Bryant. I idolized other athletes. I idolized my father. And I'm here to tell you something. You shouldn't idolize anybody, okay? Don't idolize a human. Humans are not perfect. You should look up to some humans, but idolizing them is a bad idea. And I idolized the Mamba Mentality, the my way or the highway, the no pivot, the we got to do it this way, we don't do it. I idolized that. And it left me broken. It left me alone. It left me by myself. And what would be crazy was it always went in a path. It was like I would have something good, something whatever. I'm not going to say what it is because it's just I don't want to put it in your head that it was a relationship or money or anything, because it was just life. I had something good going on in life, because it could be anything. I had something good going on in life, and I would just not pivot. I wouldn't compromise. I wouldn't try to change. I wouldn't even switch up. I would just stay. Because in my head, right, my way worked. It did. It got me here, right? My way was the only way that worked. I mean, it got me here, right? It took so much heartbreak, so much pain, so much so much time lost for me to realize that I was only going to move forward and find success in anything that I did in life if I stopped and I reevaluated my approach. This goes back to reset and refocus. I got to where I am now using a certain method of work that does not work anymore. That time has come to an end. It's time for me to work differently. It's time for me to switch it up. It's time for me to grow in a different avenue if I want to reach my full potential. That means losing people. That means losing friends. That means not talking to certain people. And it's hard, man. I miss all these people. I miss all of this stuff. I love all these people. But I've learned that there's certain things and there's certain ways that I act that do not mesh well with people's reality. And there's certain ways that people act that doesn't mesh well with my reality. That does not mean I don't love them. Does not mean that they don't love me. At least I don't believe that doesn't mean they don't love me. I think that just means that we are two humans having a human experience. And therefore, we must have our experience in different avenues or different areas or different places, because we cannot amicably get along. We cannot positively impact the world in the same room because we do not share the same morals. I understand that. I understand that if I want to actually make a positive impact, if I want to push forward, if I want to make progression, I have to learn how to pivot. I have to learn how to pass the ball. The first step that I had to learn was learning how to trust, how to love. Once I found the aunt, fell in love in 2021. Life kind of seemed like it was going up and there was no way anything was going to stop me. But I was quickly reminded that's not how life works. Remember, I told you life is a horror movie. Well, death was inevitable. It hit me. It hit me hard. I lost my aunt, lost Swaggy C. It's been almost a year now. Can't believe it. The aunt had someone she lost. Rest in peace to that person. And so all the while like getting all this air quotes success or getting like progression or getting things to go my way or getting things to move in a direction of which I wanted it to move, all the while all these things were happening, I was pivoting, I was changing, I was moving, I was leaving friends, I was leaving family members, I was leaving jokes I used to say, I was leaving content I used to create, I was making baby steps. And it hurt, man, because sometimes when you're making baby steps, you don't realize it. You're like, God damn it, bro, I need more money. I need more money. I need more this. I need more that. I need blah, 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 blah. And, you know, what happened was things just kept coming to me. And it was like the things that I wanted kept coming. And some of the things that I didn't want kept going. But some of the things that I didn't want kept coming back, too. That's the thing about success. They don't tell you. Just because things are coming that are good for you, that means the bad things are coming 2 times harder. At this current moment, I love my life. I love where I am in life, but I do not love my mental outlet. I don't love my mentality on things. I need to work better at things. I need to be better at things. And I started this podcast, guys, a long time ago. You know this because of therapy. Because of the things I had gone through, that I put myself through, that I had effed up on, that I needed to do better on. You guys know this. This is no secrets. I just say all this to you to let you know that I'm not perfect and I still have not perfected these issues. Still suffer from a lot of the issues that plagued me 3 years ago when I started this show. Just the baby steps have taught me to not react the same, not to respond the same, not to go over things the same, not to be angry, just understand. Life is a feeling process. It's a horror movie, but it's also a feeling process. A horror movie with a huge de facto of feelings that most of us don't understand anyways. So as I navigate through this baby step, as I navigate through this life and try to learn to appreciate my baby steps, I sit back and got bestowed up an opportunity to talk to you guys about right before I go. It was crazy because when I first saw the email, I was like, wow, okay, well, I guess this is good. And then instantly started freaking out. But good things are supposed to come to you, right? You're working. So I would like to announce that me and the aunt have a comedy show that will be going down this Sunday, January the 15th, at the Comedy Chateau in North Hollywood. It's going down, guys. It's going down. But no, seriously, it's going down, and it's going down even in a major way because this is my first paid show. This is the first show I can get paid for. So if you'd like to support Uncle Poochie, if you've ever liked to support the aunt, if you've ever enjoyed any of the content that we put out and thought, hey, I want to put some money into this, I want to help y'all out, I want to be there, I want to invest, I want to whatever. If you ever thought that, this is your chance. I've never asked you guys for anything, and I'm still not asking you for anything. You don't have to pay for this. You don't have to even come. Honestly, let's bring this back. You don't have to pay for it because the tickets are free. You can come to our show, 7:30 next Sunday, the Comedy Chateau. If you want to see the flyers on my page at Uncle Poochie 901, and it's also on her page at Queen Amanda B. But a link to the flyer will be in the description as well. And also I'll have a post about it today on my Instagram. And then I'll have a post as we are now on YouTube and in audio. So if you're watching YouTube, you'll see the end credits. You'll see a post regarding it. But you guys are listening to me right now. Just go to my Instagram and you'll see the post about it. But yeah, that's what's going down, man. I have my very first show. It's a paid show. So what that means is for the very first time as a comedian, as a stand-up comedian, as an entertainer, I have the opportunity to get paid for my art. And the house, aka the comedy show, the comedy club, is giving me the opportunity to have people pay for my tickets and I get a percentage of it. This is how the comedy world works. If you didn't know, I will share something with you guys. I have not gotten paid for a thing I've done in stand-up comedy. I have not gotten paid for a thing you've ever seen me do. None of us actually get paid. We all do this for the love, as we all have to do it for the love initially. And then if someone finds us interesting enough, they will pay us. But that's how the game is. I've never fronted with y'all. I never flogged. I never pretended to be anything that I'm not. I've never gone over, the edge and said things to make you guys believe I got it the way I don't got it. I don't. So again, as I say, if you guys would like to support me and the aunt, if you would like to put some money into our movement here as it continues to grow, go check out the link. Tickets are $15. If you're wondering, they're only $15. But also I understand $15 goes a long way. I was a man who had no money at this time last year. Actually, I had no money on this time last year because I barely had a job. But that's besides the point. The point is that the tickets are also free with the promo POOCHE. Those are all caps, or Amanda B. Those are all caps. So let me explain something to you guys right before I leave. I do not care if you buy the tickets for free. I would appreciate it if you paid for them. But I do not care if you get the tickets for free, because here's my thing, man. I understand that everything about this is about value. And the value that you bring is what's the most important. If you don't bring value, then people shouldn't spend money on you. So therefore, I don't get hurt. I don't get upset. I don't get mad where I'm like, oh, we got to make all this money. Like, no, bro, in due time. In due time. But until then, please, young whippersnappers, young players from the Himalayas and Nubian Nuggets out there, please always remember to appreciate your baby steps.
The name of Uncle Poochie's podcast. 6 feet under. 6 feet under podcast.